And welcome back to another episode of the Cincy Sports Scene Podcast, your home for everything happening across the Queen City. I'm your host, Dave, and tonight we're diving into one of the wildest sports weeks we've seen in a while. The Bengals are back in the win column after taking down the Steelers, but can Joe Flacco really keep this thing rolling? The defense has questions, and we'll preview one tough game coming up against the Jets. Hopefully, it's not that tough, but we've been there before. We'll also check in on FCC as they kick off their playoff push in the best of three showdown with Columbus. Talk UC football after that huge win over Oklahoma State that made them bowl eligible and ranked number 21 in the nation. And we'll debate whether they can actually win the Big 12. Plus, we got a weekly trivia challenge, and then we'll talk a little bit about our Mount Rushmore episode in the upcoming weeks. So buckle up. We got a loaded show tonight. Cincinnati Sports Scene Podcast. All right. So now, as we take a look here, the Bengals week, right? We've been off for 2 weeks, and we want to really look at the Steelers game just because that was a good game, good win. And as we looked at it, Flacco, first quarter was actually a little shaky. And then all of a sudden, I think Joe probably said something to Zach, like, hey, let's get the ball to Chase and Higgins a little more and let's see what they can do. Sure enough, Flacco was throwing the ball. He throws a nice ball and, hit Chase for, 16 receptions. 16 receptions.
Targets.
Yeah, 16 catches. I think that's a franchise record.
Yeah, it was.
T caught a touchdown pass. No, I mean, I don't know. I just think that Joe brings that, he is Joe Calm, as they call him. Actually, they were calling him Affleck. That was his nickname, just because he's so old and stuff. I just liked his presence in the pocket. Our offensive line, Mims, did a heck of a job on TJ Watt. I mean, did TJ Watt even play? I mean,
he got that half sack, but that was about it.
Yeah,
and even that wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it was
just happened. It wasn't like Mims got really beat. Hayward really beat the guy on the inside, and then Watt was just kind of there to clean it up.
Exactly, he cleaned it up a little bit, but then our defense, Kurt Herbstreit there, where he was like, yeah, with 3 minutes to go, we've seen this before, Bengals fans, where
and he was right.
And he was right. But he did make a valid point afterwards where he said, normally it's only with like 5, 10, 15 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, but you have like a minute 50 or 2 minutes or whatever it was. And sure enough, Joe led him to the promised land. So thoughts on the Thursday night game, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So, Joe looked great. That was kind of what I figured would happen is he would be all right against Green Bay, and then Pittsburgh, he would have that performance that seems like he's had at least once or twice a year for the last 6 or 7 years on a different team, where you're like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why he won a Super Bowl, because he can throw the ball. That's never been an issue with Flacco, is throwing the ball. Like he throws a beautiful pass. It was always just kind of, is he going to make the right decision? It's hard to make the wrong decision when you have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. And he's even mentioned that, just throwing to those guys, he said it was different. But my main takeaway was the run game. Yeah. They actually ran the ball like a professional team, like, wow, look at how great the offense looks. Look at how well the offensive line can pass protect when the defense has to respect the run.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wow, common sense almost. How much of that was the Bengals versus the Steelers? The Steelers defense isn't very good. It hasn't been the past couple of years outside of TJ Watt. They get a lot of reputation kind of feel.
But do you think, let me ask you this, do you think that was more Steelers' bad defense or more of Flacco saying we need to run the ball more, and that sets him up for some play action?
It does, but they haven't been able to run the ball all year. So I don't know that just saying we've got to run it. We'll find out against the Jets. The Jets defense
I guess
still is solid.
Yeah.
So if they can run the ball then maybe they figure some things out. I mean,
I just think that having, because Burrow is more pass first, and that's the offense that Zach Taylor's created.
Shotgun. Yeah.
Right. And, I just think sometimes getting under center, really running the ball, pushing the ball, to the backfield, letting them get into a groove, and then you can play action. You can do this off of it. Then you can have an extra half a second to have Jamar Chase break open on a skinny post and go for the touchdown, or T. Higgins or somebody like that. But yeah, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt there.
No, I mean, that's pretty much what I was saying. The Steelers defense, I don't think is all that good. We'll see against the Jets. The Jets still have a pretty decent interior defensive line anyways. And, their defense is still solid. It's not as great as a couple years ago. Yeah, I mean, it was a fun game to watch. It was exciting. The defense, I mean, no pass rush whatsoever with Trey.
Yeah,
with Trey being limited, but
yeah,
I mean, they forced 2 turnovers. So if they're able to force a couple turnovers, they can give up some yards and give up some points.
Yeah,
like I'm okay with them doing that. But if they're not forcing turnovers, then I mean that's not great. I mean, the run defense was fine, but the Steelers, I mean, they can't run the ball.
Right. The one pick was a gift, I think. Rodgers throwing a double
that battle picked off.
Yeah, that was.
It was just a bad throw by Rodgers.
Right, and then the second one was a great play where he just stole the ball out of the guy's hand. So that was.
Yeah, I mean, Turner's might turn into something. Yeah.
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 And then CTB did not play. Yeah. I tell you what, if you could trade him in a 6th for, I know they were saying the Seattle guy who's not happy in Seattle, the cornerback there.
Yeah. Woolen.
Yeah. Trade CTB in a 6th for him in a 7th. I'd do that trade.
Yeah, I'd do it.
I mean, might as well. I mean, because I don't think CTB will be around much longer.
No, there's no way you can extend him. There's no way.
No. So try to get something for him and go on. So do we think that Flacco can right this ship and until Burrow gets back?
I think he can get us to, I mean, what, Burrow mid-December, 3-4 games left at best.
Yeah, that's what I can't remember who it was. One of the guys on Twitter, I forgot his name.
If Flacco can keep us at around 500 till Burrow gets back, I think that's best case scenario, and I think that's a realistic scenario as well.
Because after these 2 games, because they got the Jets and then
Jets and
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Is it Dolphins? No, it's not the Dolphins.
They have the Dolphins though, but is that not
but that would be one of Burrow's games coming back. Okay. One of the last 3 games. Let's see
here.
The
Browns again? It might be the Browns again.
Yeah, let's see. Bears.
Okay.
They're both at home, and the Bears are actually playing decent.
They're playing decent, but that's still a winnable game.
That is especially at home, right?
Yeah.
So we got the Jets, who's 0-7, and the Bears at home. Then we got the bye. Then we go into Pittsburgh, and then the schedule gets a little tougher because we got Pittsburgh. Then we got the Patriots coming back to Paycor, which I mean they're playing well.
They're playing real well.
And then we're at the Ravens on Thursday night, which
Thanksgiving.
Is Lamar going to be back?
He practiced today.
Did he? So he'll probably be back.
So
how much is he going to run?
Unless he gets re-injured. I mean, but that's a month away. He should be fine.
Yeah, but I mean that hamstring.
Yeah, those can be recurring issues.
And how much burst is he going to have? How much burst does he want to do?
Also, if the Ravens are 2-8, does he care? Do they just go, you know what? We're not even going to risk it, especially if he's dealing with some nagging issues, But I mean, that's an issue for down the road. But they do. They have the Ravens. They have the Bills in that time frame too.
Yeah, so they go at Ravens, at Bills,
and then home to the Ravens, right?
And then home to the Ravens. Yeah, that's a tough. And then they're at the Dolphins versus the Cardinals, and then versus the Browns. So
if Flacco can keep us 7-7, with Burrow
something
getting
like
back.
that. But here's the thing, though. I don't know if yes, I want Joe Burrow as my starting quarterback, but I don't know if I want him if
I
we're
don't want
looking
if he's not 100% and Flacco's keeping us
right.
in that spot. There's no
Because
reason to
here's the
rush
thing,
Joe out there
because
until he's
Joe,
100%.
I mean, he did not look good
I don't.
playing
They
quarterback.
never do. They never do. First
Yeah,
two,
the
3
first two
weeks, they
games,
never
right?
do. Never do.
But this is what I'm saying is he hasn't had those opportunities. So this is going to be weeks 1 and 2, pretty much all over again. And if we're sitting at 7-7,
Yeah.
I don't know. I would rather, as a former coach and stuff, play the hot
Ride the hot
hand.
hand. Yeah.
And I
I mean,
know
shoot,
that
the Eagles did it the year they won the
right,
Super Bowl
yeah,
with Foles.
yeah,
Wentz was back. He was ready to
right,
go.
yeah.
But
But they said,
they stayed with Foles.
and granted, Flacco is not going to be our backup quarterback next year. He's going to go on the market. Unless he says, you know what, I kind of like it here.
Yeah. I mean,
Because Burrow gets injured quite a bit. Might as well stay here, and instead of going somewhere else, starting for, 4 games and then a rookie takes over, right?
And rookie takes over and he's
And
on,
that's and that's what's going to happen. He's not going to contender unless Pittsburgh
Right.
signs him, because Mike Tomlin,
which
you might as well.
might as well. He'd complete the AFC North, gauntlet.
Right.
Tomlin was not happy.
He was not. Well, and you know what? I wouldn't be in either. Being a coach,
absolutely
because it's like the baseball trades, right? You don't trade in your
division.
In division. You
Especially
might trade
to a team that
in your conference
just has the playoff aspirations that the Bengals do. Their starting quarterback goes down. They're dead in the water with Jake Browning. Why are you helping them out?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Why? Yeah,
why?
For a 5th round pick, and you also had to give up a 6th round pick to get that 5th round pick.
Right.
No, who does that? And
the Browns.
The Browns, yeah, exactly.
That's why they're the Browns. And they've had 45 quarterbacks in 25 years since they've been back. So yeah. All right. Let's move on a little bit. I know we mentioned a little bit about the defense still being bad. I know they created a couple of turnovers, but I don't know. It scares me still. Just because they have to get to the quarterback. Stewart played, he put on, he did all right. I was really watching him. There was a couple of times he put in on some pressure, but we've got to be able to finish it off. And then, we got to, the Jets are just reeling offensively. They're thinking about Tyrod Taylor.
Did you see their coach at their press conference today refused to say who the starter is because he wants to keep the competitive advantage?
Well, yeah, whatever. It's fine. All right, we're gonna move on from the Bengals. We'll be back next week with our, hopefully with another victory, and we can talk about it. FC Cincinnati update here. The playoff soccer. Hell is real. Part 3. Columbus, best of 3. The first match is here in Cincinnati, and the next one then would be in Columbus, and then if necessary, it's back in Paycor. Hopefully, game 1 is we have to win game 1. I know Columbus has knocked us out in the past in these playoff rounds.
2 straight years.
2 straight years, and we've got to get over that hump, right? It's almost like the Reds trying to get over the hump of the Brewers, and we had better records than Columbus the past 2 years for some reason, and is it culture? Is it just the
it's kind of, Columbus has been historically one of the better MLS franchises.
Right.
Like, they're not. Yeah.
I was getting ready to say, okay, it's like the New England Patriots. They might be, and then when they get to the playoffs, they're playoff ready.
They can kind of flip a switch a little bit. That's just kind of how their organization's set up. They've got a couple championships. They've had recent playoff success. They've got good players. They've got a really good coach, maybe the best in MLS. They can definitely flip the switch, and then you throw in the rivalry factor. You throw in that 2 straight years, like Cincinnati FCC has been eliminated by them, so pressure's on FCC. It's
Yes.
not on Columbus.
No, not at all.
And I mean, that worries me a little bit, just because like it's not the playoff failure. It's specifically the playoff failure to Columbus, So that's to play them then in the first round in MLS's stupid first round format bullcrap that they do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Game one's crucial.
Game 1 is crucial, yeah. And it's probably
if FCC's winning this series, it's going 3 because they're not winning in Columbus. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
So they need to win game 1.
And yeah, they need to win game 1. And, if they don't win game 2 in Columbus, game 3, it's, and that's where, the fans will show up and show out and, will give us the home. But yeah, I think we're all a little leery of Columbus. If it was anybody else, we would be like,
it was the worst matchup possible. I mean, seriously, I think you ask anybody, they'd have rather played Miami first round. They would have rather played Philadelphia first round. Some of the 2 teams above us, we would rather play in the first round than Columbus, just for that reason. I still think they can get it done. I still think the expectation should be for them to get it done. They were
they should
a better team this year.
Did we split? We split with them, right?
We did split with them this year.
So 1 at home and lost on the road. Okay.
Yep. So I mean, they can do it. So our better players this year are new to the team, so maybe they don't have that. In the back of their mind, like Evander's never lost to Columbus in the playoffs. So like, what if he care?
Right.
And he just set the FCC goal record this year.
So what are your keys for FCC to come out victorious in this first round?
I think they need to get a first half goal, because I think the longer they go without a goal, just the tighter they get. Even though they know they have an extra, it's a series, so one game doesn't eliminate them. They're also going to Columbus. They know this. Especially Pat Noonan knows this. I think it's important for them to get on the scoreboard first, preferably in the first half. That way they can just relax and actually play the game.
Well, then you get your crowd in it a lot more too.
You do. Yeah, because it'll be exciting for the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then some of that, it's soccer. It can get a little dull at times, especially in the playoffs. The teams don't take as many risks, especially in the 2 out of 3 series. I mean, the first round last year, a lot of games won nothing. I mean, a lot of games went to penalties, for crying out loud. So there's not a lot of action. So the longer they go without a goal, the less the crowd's going to be into it. The more nervous energy is just going to be out there. So I think it's important for them to get off to a fast start.
Yep, I agree. And then predictions.
I'm going to go 2-1 game 1, and then FCC will win in 3.
That's what I will say. I actually think it might be a little higher scoring. I think it might be like, 4-3, 3-2, somewhere around there, FC. And I think FC will win in 3 as well. All right, on to college football. Bearcats are rolling. Let me tell you, the Bearcats are rolling. Bowl eligible, first time in the Satterfield era, which is, congrats to Scott. And, he's got them playing very well. Ranked 21st. They moved up from 24th. They've got homecoming Baylor this week, which they should win. They should beat Baylor. And, they're in first place with BYU for the Big 12. So the question is, can they keep riding this momentum and win the Big 12 outright?
They've definitely got a chance to. I mean, their offense is good enough. And their defense, I mean, they give up some yards. It's kind of the Bengals defense from a couple of years ago. Bend, don't break, hold them to field goals after they move 80 yards on a drive. That's kind of, Satterfield's even said that's a little bit of their philosophy right now. That's just where they're at defensively. So, I mean, that worries me a touch, if they get into a shootout. But, I mean, I definitely think they're capable of winning the Big 12.
And then, I mean, obviously they'll make the playoffs. If
they win the Big 12, they would make the playoffs, yeah.
They should make the playoffs. Because, I mean, if they go with just one loss, I mean, they should.
Yeah, they'd be a playoff team.
they'd be a playoff team. They might even get a bye. I mean, if you think about it.
I mean, you would think UCF is ranked ahead of them as of right now. So UCF wins the American and stays ranked ahead of UC. They would get the bye.
Well, I thought switched.
Did they switch it around?
They switched it up.
They did switch it up.
Yes.
You're right. You're right. They did change that.
Yeah, they switched it up, and I can't remember exactly if they're going to reseed or.
No, I think the buys are just the top 4 teams. I don't think it matters if you're a conference champion. I think that just gets you in the playoff.
Right. Okay.
So, actually, now that we remember that, I think a bye is out of the question for UC. I don't think there's any way to get a bye.
Let's see here. College. Let me do it.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's what they switched it to, because people were mad that Boise State got a bye last year.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, regardless of that, I mean, their Big 12 schedule is pretty favorable. They won't have to play BYU in the regular season. I'm not sure if they play Arizona State or not.
All right, so it's the 4 highest ranked teams are seeded 1 through 4.
Okay, right. So
and receive a first round bye. Yeah, so UC probably will not be one of the 4 highest.
I will tell you right now, they will not be.
They will not be. You are right. So yeah, so that means at least hopefully they will get a home field advantage. Nip at night. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Now the thing is, it'll be.
Well, they wouldn't. They would put us in that noon slot. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Probably.
They would probably get the noon slot.
It depends who we play, right? I mean, if it's Notre Dame.
Yeah.
At nighttime.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah. No, it's definitely exciting. Satterfield's wearing the traditional ball cap. Pulled a stat. He's got a 92% win percentage or something.
Exactly.
He's not wearing that stupid visor.
Yep. He's not wearing the visor anymore. He's and he said he wanted to change his look up. Plus, he's going a little bald right back here. And he's like, wearing the visor, people see it. And he's like, I was being a little self-conscious. And we started winning, so I'm going to keep it, which is a typical coach, right? It's like, yeah, you have to. You can't mess with stuff like that. But yeah. All right. Baylor homecoming should be, like I said, should be a victory for us. Baylor, I mean, they were favored. Weren't they favored to win the Big 12 this year?
Baylor? No, Texas Tech was.
Okay, Texas Tech was. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I thought Baylor was up there again, but maybe not.
I think they were up there, but I don't think Texas Tech was favored.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks like Baylor, and then it looks like we go to Utah, so that'll be tough.
Yeah.
We do play BYU actually in the regular season.
Is it? That's at home though,
It's
right?
at home, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be great.
That'll be a big game.
That's in November.
Yeah, it's the second to last game of the year.
Yeah, hopefully the snow's flying. It's cold. Well, but BYU, they're used to that.
They're used to that. So
yeah, I was going to say crap. Matter. Yeah, it's not a West Coast team. I was thinking. Yeah, but no. All right. Well, so I know the other thing that's not on our list here, but UC basketball and Xavier basketball had their scrimmages or preseason games. I mean, we'll probably go more into detail next week on college basketball, but any thoughts? I think Xavier's going to be hurting. I mean, they got 12 new guys pretty much and trying to find a rotation and getting it's.
Yeah, I mean, I don't take too much stock in these scrimmages.
I don't either, but it would be nice.
Really.
The real ones is Friday night, Purdue going down to Lexington playing Kentucky. So that's, that's the real one there. All right, let's move on. We got trivia here. So if you want to play along, you can play along a couple of different ways. If you're watching this on YouTube at Cincy Sports Scene, you can just throw your answer there in the comments section. And if you see this on Instagram or Twitter, just go ahead, same thing. Just put it in the comments, or you can DM us directly at Cincy Sports Scene and give us your answer. And I think Sam have.
I do, yep.
Yeah, and I can't even remember my question. I think you got it, though.
I don't remember. I do not remember what it was. Was it?
I think it had to do with baseball.
It was a scoreboard
stumper.
It's like MVP before they were played for the Reds or something.
For the Reds. There was 4 guys that were MVPs that played before they played for the Reds. And it was Parker, Ken Griffey Jr. Terry Pendleton was the tough one. And then, I can't remember.
I can't remember who the other one was.
The other one. It wasn't Ron Gant. It wasn't Mitchell. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. Oh,
something, but one of those.
All right. So we're gonna do some drought trivia. So since the Mariners still have never reached a World Series, we are going to go league by league, teams that have never even played in their championship. So just like the Mariners. The Mariners are the only team in Major League Baseball to have never played
in the World Series. Okay.
We're just going to skip. We're going to go to the NBA. There are 5 current franchises to never play in the NBA Finals.
Clippers?
But they're the oldest team, I guess you would say.
Let's see. I don't even know who's in the NBA anymore. Well, Memphis.
Memphis, yep.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of these.
They're one.
No, because
so you're looking at 1 Eastern Conference team left and 2 Western Conference teams.
Yeah, I'm struggling with the Western Conference. I just don't even know. I mean, I don't follow NBA anymore. Trying to remember who's because the Timberwolves.
That's one right there.
Is
Timberwolves have never made a finals. They made a conference finals with KG in like 2003, maybe.
Okay.
But they've never made a finals.
Okay, yeah. Timberwolves, and then let's see. Milwaukee has Atlanta, so Miami, Orlando.
Orlando's been to the finals.
Okay, I thought so. Dallas has, San Antonio has, Houston has.
You're close geographically.
Is it Oklahoma City? Just
did, yeah.
Yeah.
Just east of Texas. You're close.
Oh, the Pelicans.
Yeah, Pelicans. There you go.
Yeah, I was thinking the Jazz, but yeah, that's how old. Yeah, they're Utah. No, yeah. So then all I need is the East. In the East, so then it must be because the Pacers been to finals, but they've never won. Bulls have. The Pistons have.
I'm actually surprised this team's never made a finals. I would have thought that they would have.
Boston, Philly, the Knicks have. The Nets?
The Nets have.
Okay.
In the early 2000s with Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Let's move on.
All right, we'll move on. So there's 2 in the NFL. Now, this is taking NFL championships are added, so it's not just Super Bowl. So there's only 2 franchises that have never played for a championship.
Cardinals?
Cardinals have.
Okay.
They played for an NFL championship.
Well, they were in the Super Bowl too with Kurt Warner.
And they were in the Super Bowl, with Kurt Warner.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Lost to Pittsburgh. Padres. The Chargers been to the Super Bowl. Seattle has.
They're both newer franchises.
Jaguars.
Jaguars are one.
And I should know this. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, the Browns won a championship, so
NFL,
can't eliminate them. Yeah, that's what newer franchise.
Yep. Actually, I think they're the newest.
They're the newest?
Mm-hmm.
So who's the newest? Carolina's been the Super Bowl. Tennessee. Yeah, they lost to the Rams.
Got ties to Tennessee.
Texans.
There you go.
The Houston Texans.
And then we're not going to bother with the NHL because.
Sorry, Phil. I know you listen, but why don't you go ahead and the next day at school you tell me.
Yeah. See
how many are there? Right. How many are there, son?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. But really 4 because one is they just started this year. So.
Okay, so 4.
So there's 4.
So there's 4 NHL teams, Phil Farr, that have not played in the
Stanley Cup
finals. So name those. Shout out for you. All right, moving forward here, we were going to be doing our Mount Rushmore challenge, but we ran into a little snafu, and I'm just coming up with some of the names that have been a little difficult and trying to find.
Trying to be able to find four.
Four of them.
So you can get one or two, but
right, and then the other two, you're like. So what we're going to do is, we go through, we're going to just pick like the famous names that we know that there's going to be a lot of. But like for Jays, we're going
to do a couple Jays because there's some options.
Johnson,
there.
Jackson, Jefferson, right? So those three, we'll probably have an episode of that. K's, we probably won't pass on K's. I don't know. JK, Bulls, I don't know. M's are probably some M's in there, N's maybe. But yeah, so we'll speed that up through, but we're not going to do every single one. Started out fun, but just try to find names like that.
You're also trying to find, ideally, 8 names,
right?
So that it's not the same 4 names between
right. Exactly.
Us, so.
Exactly. So, so we're gonna switch that up a little bit, and then we'll probably start switching it up too after the week that was talking Cincy, but we may just start talking national sports scenes as well, sports show as well, talking NBA, a little bit of NBA, a little bit of NCAA basketball, more NCAA football, those type of things. So
NBA went back to NBC, so I watched the late game last night, and the production, ESPN's gonna have to step up their game.
Yeah,
it looked really well, and just Round Ball Rock is, that's maybe the best intro to let you know a sport is coming on that there is.
Well, that might be a topic of the week, like
a little Mount Rushmore right there, sports intro,
sports intros, yeah. All right, I like it. I do
too, actually.
All right, until next week, for Sam, I'm Dave. Thanks for listening. Hit that like, subscribe button. We'll be back talking all the Cincinnati sports scenes, plus the Jays, Jefferson, Johnson, and Jackson on the Mount Rushmore, and who knows, best sports intro. Until then, everybody take care.
Yep.